today hi, I'm Joey Nickel.
I'm Bobby Parker.
Welcome to our podcast.
Yeah.
We just decided to start a podcast because we're the fattest comedians in Clay County, and we felt like that made sense.
Yeah. We said, hey, what can we do that all the other comedians are also doing, but start it later?
I just realized we're not the fattest comedians in Clay County. Actually, we're all about the same fatness, probably.
Yeah.
We're all similar fatness. We'll get him on the show sometime.
Yeah, he'll definitely be here.
But I was like, I can only think of one other comedian in Clay County, and I just realized there is another one. But then there's also, so there's 4 comedians that I can think of in Clay County. I just realized there's 5. And but the 5th one, he's really skinny.
So like girth-wise, it's 4.
Yeah, girth-wise, there's maybe 3 or 4. There's 3 or 4 fat comedians. It turns out there's a lot of fat comedians in Clay County. I didn't realize this, so the premise of our show is completely wrong. Our show is called Today Is, and the idea behind it was we wanted to have. There's a national day every day of the week, right? There's always a national day.
Yeah.
So we wanted to come up with a podcast that we could talk about what the national day is. And today, Friday, September 27th, the national day is... Hold on. The national day is...
It's...
The TV's taking a minute.
The
National Chocolate Milk Day. Woohoo! So we have each brought some chocolate milks to the table, literally. I'm using my old tablecloth because I was afraid we might spill on it. I have my sound equipment in this barrier, which I just realized, well, this is raised, so that's probably fine.
Yeah.
It was probably okay. So we're going to taste test some chocolate milks. But first, before we get started on today's topic, what's some we'll go through where you've been and where you're going. So what shows have you done recently?
Let me see. Recently, I drove down to South Florida.
What part?
It was right outside of Naples. I forget the name of the actual town. It was like, I forget. But it was a house show. So it was a show in somebody's house. We're supposed to have 2 shows that evening. Me, another comedian here from Jacksonville were down, and a comedian came over from Miami. And we had, instead of 2 shows in this guy's house, we had 1 show that 3 people attended. So the comedians outnumbered the audience in somebody's living room.
Wait, how many comedians were on the show?
There were 3 comedians and the host.
Oh, so 4 total.
4 total comedians.
And 3 audience members.
3 audience members.
All right. Listen. Okay, first of all, what lower, middle, upper class, what was the state of the house? What was it like? We're talking nice house or like regular house, or was it a trailer park?
It was a nice house.
It was a nice house?
Yeah, I would say upper middle class.
Like you didn't feel dangerous. Like you didn't feel like you were about to walk into a situation where they were going to murder you or anything like that.
Not at all.
Or sell you.
No. Okay. I would fetch a good price at the market. I know that. But no, there were a couple bad neighborhoods I drove through on the way there, but I think you can say that I'm going anywhere.
Yeah, that's normal.
But no.
Especially when living here in Clay County, we drive diagonal a lot in the state of Florida. Anytime you drive diagonal in the state of Florida, you're going to pass through all kinds of small towns and who knows what.
Yes. Yeah, if you're not on the coast or Orlando.
Yeah, exactly.
There's something shady going on.
If you're not just like right off 95 going to like Miami, then you're gonna drive through some small towns.
And even then, you might
end up.
You might end up in Daytona or Miami.
Right. Yeah, you might end up in Daytona. Yeah, exactly.
Who knows what that might be? And then as far as let me see. Other shows,
you got to the show.
I got to the show.
The show was at a normal house. Not a nice house, not like a upper class house. Or was it?
Upper middle class.
I'm wondering, was it a rich person hiring you to do the show, or just a normal
It was
house show?
it was a guy who has been in the industry and is not a comedian anymore. He's not actively performing,
But he used to perform.
Used to
so
perform.
he knows.
He knows.
He knows better, or he just knows.
He knows. And he was a gracious host. He was a great guy. He's like.
Was it his house?
It was his house.
Okay, all right. I thought it wasn't his house. I
No.
thought he was booked this show for somebody at their house, and that's and like that's all they could come up with or something. So this actually in my opinion, this makes it less shady.
Yeah.
That it was his house.
Yeah. So
he just liked you guys as comics and wanted to hire you to come do a show at his house.
he liked us as comics, wanted to hire us, and he's starting to do shows at his house on a regular basis.
This was the first one.
This was the second one.
How'd the first one go?
The first one went well, and comedians are like, yeah, there was a
Did
decent
people
crowd.
pay to get in?
People paid to get in.
Oh, that's why there were 3 people.
Yeah, well, the first time people paid to
People
get
paid
in,
to- and they were still
people were
people?
there.
All right.
Yeah, he's
Because I'm thinking, like, if I invite my neighbors to come to a show at my house and I charge them to come to my house, that right there, I think I'm not going to get people to come to my house.
Yeah, so what he was trying to do was like the alt comedy scene,
Yeah.
like in New York, the big cities where you have a house show or an apartment show or like a laundromat show.
Yeah,
something like that.
I understand that. That does happen, and that happens more in cities like New York and
Right.
L.A. and places like that.
He was trying that in Naples,
Yeah.
Florida, outside of Naples, Florida.
You know,
area.
there is a little bit of that in the Jacksonville area. Like we have Paper Route, which takes place at a clothing store after it's closed, and I like that. I like that it takes place in a clothing store, and the problem with that is it took a while. So if I go find a boutique clothing shop in Jacksonville and say we're doing a show here, we're gonna have to build it to have a show there because there's not patrons there going to shows.
Right.
It's not a bar, it's not a club, it's not a restaurant. There's not already people going to the show, or going there for entertainment purposes. So the reason why Paper Route worked, I think, is because when it first started, the people who started it, their friends all came, and then it took off. So it was really popular when it first started, and then now that it's now run by Christina Shriver and Marcus Crespo, it's now it's not their friends coming anymore, but the show already had a reputation when they took it over. So I think any show that's not at a place where it normally has shows is going to require something to get it going. There's got to be some sort of catalyst, like people, people's friends are coming first, or there's a don't tell here. There's a don't tell, and it's not at a club or anything like that. It's at a place called I forget. The Rail Yard District or something like that. It's at an odd place. It is a venue, like it is like a events place,
Right.
but it's like an alt events place, like a place that used to be like a warehouse and is now an events place, and still just looks like a warehouse. That's very popular right now. Have you been to a wedding at a warehouse yet?
I have not, but I was at one at like a giant outdoor pavilion.
Yeah.
It was.
I went to
really cool.
Weddings at warehouses and barns are very popular right now.
Yes.
And like nobody does them. Like we went to for our wedding, it was like at a country club. Like people used to do country clubs. Now they don't do that for weddings anymore. It's now like weird places. So those weird places, sometimes you can get a comedy show going there. And the Don't Tell is different because they have their own marketing. Don't Tell, you take over it's like a franchise. It's like you start hosting a Don't Tell's going to market it for you, or at least as far as I know, that's kind of how they do it. So those alt venues work for that. But like I feel like if I went to go to a place that didn't serve food normally, didn't serve drinks normally, didn't have people there for entertainment, I feel like it's an uphill battle.
Yep.
Even though we've got a couple like that in Jacksonville, I feel like it's going to be an uphill battle to start one at a venue that doesn't have stuff already.
Yeah, it's going to be all about marketing. You said it perfectly. You have to have something. So starting off, you have to have a reason for people to come, be it friends, be it a name, just be something to draw people in, so you can start that off. And you just recently did Paper Route, right?
I did Paper Route. I've done it. I did it once before the pandemic when it was run by other people, and then I've done it twice since the new runners. Have you done it yet?
Yes,
Okay. I love it. It
was a great
phenomenal
show.
every time.
An absolute blast. That is actually one of the few shows that I've gone to with the hope of like, hey, maybe I can get a guest spot, and it was booked.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, I'm just happy to sit and watch.
It's always a great show. They always have a good lineup. There's always a good crowd there.
Yep.
At least every time I've done it, it's been at least 75% full, if not fully full. I don't know why I stopped there. We talk for a living. This is what we do for a living.
And the way that the venue is set up, even when the crowd isn't big, I think
it's not too bad, even when there's only like 10 people there.
Yeah. One of the shows I was at was smaller, like that, and I was happy to stay in the crowd. Didn't get a guest spot, and in the crowd, it felt like a full room.
Yeah,
and I've seen enough comedians to know, like, on stage they felt like they were playing to a full room.
It feels good. Yeah, it feels good to go there. I've had some good recordings there. It's a great show. Last time, I sold merch in the last show I was on there. Like, it was really good. And I like the progression with that. So it is hard to market a show that's not at a place that already has entertainment. But once you get it going, it is going to be better than any show that's at a place that already has entertainment, because everybody is there for the comedy show.
Right.
And everybody is there to watch comedy, and there's a history of watching comedy at that place. It's like developing a comedy club. It's like that is only for comedy, and people are good at going to comedy shows there. And I feel like Paper Route has turned into that. For all intents and purposes, Paper Route is a comedy club.
Yeah.
It's not really every once a month on Wednesdays, it's a comedy club and not a clothing store anymore. And it's a cool looking venue too.
It's also actually, slight tangent here. One of my favorite things about having performed there are the pictures that Travis Santo took.
Yeah, they look great. Yeah, Travis is there to take pictures. Shout out to Travis Santo. Amazing pictures every time I go there.
Yes, and it's the awesome lighting.
Yeah,
he's a great photographer that knows how to use that lighting properly.
Mm-hmm. He's not like others. So we get comics that try to become photographers a lot, and you might get somebody who just buys an expensive camera and is like, "Hey, I'm going to take pictures tonight." Oh, great! And then you get him, and that looks terrible. And it's like the lighting looks good, but you took it from like 3 inches under my beard, like like. You get those every once in a while, but Travis is not that. Travis is a legit photographer.
Yes.
Who comes to these shows and will take pictures of you for free. Yeah. He just got a studio going. Did you hear about that?
I did not, but I've used him to do video recordings for other shows because I think he's phenomenal.
He just opened his studio. Finally got his studio open, so people can come do headshots now.
Okay.
So if you're interested in getting new headshots, let him know.
I will be, because my face looks slightly different than it did with my previous headshot, because I'm older and less fat.
I might have him do so. I realized I don't have any good no hat headshots, and I was sending headshots to my agent because I'm super Hollywood, and I have an acting agent. Yeah. I don't have a stand-up comedy agent, which is the agent I want. I want a stand-up comedy agent. I don't even do really acting. I got a casting director reach out to me for a commercial. I think you got reached out for the same commercial.
Yes.
I ended up getting an agent out of it, an acting agent out of it, because they wanted somebody who was union. So I got a union acting agent out of it. Because I made it through a couple levels of callbacks, and so they hooked me up with an agent.
Nice.
To work out the details, and I don't have to pay anything for it. She only makes money if I get the gig. But she's like, "Send me your headshots," and I realized I just have comedy headshots, and they all have my hat. I'm wearing a hat in all of them because I wear a hat on stage. So I think I need to get some acting headshots where I don't have a hat on. So I might reach out to Travis to do that.
And what's weird is I wear glasses almost all the time, except for when I'm on stage. I usually have my contacts in.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Go without glasses. So all my headshots, no glasses.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I wear glasses on stage all the time, and I don't wear glasses all the time off stage. because I only need them to like see detail. So like if I'm reading something or if I'm on a computer, I might wear my glasses. And if I'm stage, I wear my glasses because I can't see the audience's faces if I don't wear my glasses. And I just have never gotten into contacts. Like, I don't know why.
I don't blame you. They're
I've never tried it.
Yeah,
I think because I don't use glasses 24/7, so I'm like, I don't see the need for contacts. Because like I just, after the show's done, I take them off because I don't need to see anybody. Like,
I'm very blind.
Oh, really?
I'm extremely blind, and so I have to have something.
You got to.
And contacts were great, kind of like in high school because football and wrestling.
That's true.
Like
yeah,
that.
And I wore glasses sometimes in high school. My eyes have gotten way worse since high school. I have an astigmatism, and so like my eyes change shape. So like they're way worse than they were in high school. I had glasses in high school, but I was fine not wearing them for football or for baseball or whatever. I wore them for baseball sometimes, actually, because you can wear glasses in baseball.
Yeah.
I put the strap on sometimes, and I'd wear the glasses.
So you were a lot cooler.
Yeah.
Rocking that.
I look like Charlie Sheen in Major League. I should have gotten skull and crossbone glasses.
It would have been awesome. I mean, the Wild Thing.
Well, we've got our topic today is chocolate milk.
Yeah.
It is National Chocolate Milk Day. We thought we'd bring a few versions of chocolate milk. I think the first one we should try is the one that's... Okay, should we go chocolate milk, like real chocolate milk? The realist... should we submit our realist version of chocolate milk to each other and taste it? Or should we end with the realist version of chocolate milk?
That's tough. I think that we go with the order and end with the realist version. Or
end with our favorite realist version of chocolate milk.
What we think our favorite realist
So
version
I'm going to start with a non-chocolate milk.
Okay.
So it is chocolate, but it is not milk. I have brought 2 non-chocolate milks and 1 actual chocolate milk.
Okay.
So the first non-chocolate milk I brought is Yoo-Hoo.
Yoo-Hoo.
So Yoo-Hoo is not technically a chocolate milk.
It is not.
You know how I know this? Because it's not refrigerated. it's on the soda aisle. So it's not chocolate milk. There is, I believe, no nutritional value. It does say good source of vitamins. Doesn't say what vitamins, doesn't say how much. Just says good source of vitamins right there.
It must be true.
It must be true. It is called Shake It Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink. That is what it is called. It says Shake It Yoo-Hoo chocolate drink, not chocolate milk. So I brought one for you, Bobby, so we don't have to share.
You want to just pour some in a glass for me?
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah, because I'll be honest. I've had Yoo-Hoo before. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I'm more than happy to drink some, but I don't need a can.
All right. So I'm going to pour some for Bobby, and I guess that way we don't have to waste a second can.
Yeah.
So I'll pour some for Bobby, and then I'll drink out of the can.
That's good. That is good.
So, I want to point out, I maybe should have lifted the glass to show you this. It pours very thinly. Like it is liquid. It is just like watery liquid.
Yeah,
like it's not.
This is chocolate water.
Yeah, there's not much to it. Like there's not much substance to the Yoo-Hoo. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a swig. What do you think? As good as you remember?
It's actually better than what I remember.
I like it. I like Yoo-Hoo. Yoo-Hoo, I enjoy Yoo-Hoo. I think Yoo-Hoo's a great cold drink at the beach for some reason.
Okay.
Because you can drink it right out of the can without carbonation, and it feels like a treat. Because it is. I mean, it's no better than candy, or just like eating some chocolate, probably.
I remember despising Yoo-Hoo, and it has literally been more than a decade since I've tried it.
Really?
Yes, because I'm usually not a sweet drink person, and this is much better than I was expecting.
So it has kind of a caramely taste to it. Are you picking up on that?
Yes.
It doesn't taste purely chocolate.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised if there is some caramel in it.
Or some chemicals that replicate.
Or some chemicals that represent caramel.
Yes.
Did you know there's high fructose corn syrup in it?
I would have bet money on that one. Let me see. Oh, it does have whey from milk. So
there is some dairy in it.
There is that would be the 2 grams of protein that's in here.
But that's the 2 grams of protein. 99% fat free.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Non-fat dry milk is included.
Okay. So it's probably like an ultra pasteurized version of milk.
Yes,
because it's not refrigerated. You get it warm.
Right. This is the kind of stuff that you find in like bomb shelters and military.
Yeah. That's going to be in military rations and stuff like that.
Yeah. That I can almost guarantee that's where this came from, and for what it is, much better than I remembered. So hey, yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I like it, and I drank a ton of it in college. I'll tell you a story about you. I used to drink the cans. I used to get 12 packs of cans in college, and I would line them up at the top, like okay, I went to a Mormon school,
right.
So there was no beer drinking. We lined up Yoo-Hoo cans, is what we did, and like they used to with the beer cans. They're like normal college kids.
I went to a strict Christian school, so we lined up Dr. Pepper cans or Dr. Pepper variants.
You couldn't buy caffeine in my campus, so we couldn't even line up Dr. Pepper cans. That's why it was Yoo-Hoo cans. It was Yoo-Hoos and apple beers if you wanted to seem like you were tough. You'd bring apple, because you get apple beers in the bottle, and it was a local company making these glass bottle apple beers, non-alcoholic, but it was delicious. It was like apple soda, really good.
Like it sounds like a carbonated cider.
Yeah, it was. It was like a cider, but really good.
That sounds fantastic. Yeah, I'd be down with that.
So, freshman year, we used to drink Yoo-Hoos like they were going out of business, because they might have been, and I kept them in business. And I would line up the cans, right? Well, there was always a little bit left, right? And there's always a little bit left in the can until they dry out. And one time, I had my computer here, and I had my speakers connected to the up here next to the cans, and I pulled on my computer to get to the monitor port,
right,
and pulled the speakers off and knocked over tons of Yoo-Hoo cans with the little bit left in them, and it poured on my keyboard. So I had Yoo-Hoo, and this was a rented computer from Brigham Young University. It poured on my keyboard. I immediately took all of the keys off of my keyboard, cleaned it out, dried it out, let it air dry and stuff, and then it worked fine, but I know that when I returned that keyboard, I'm sure there was some residual Yoo-Hoo in there.
Residual Yoo-Hoo is going to happen. I mean, that's just...
that's a part of life at this point.
College, I discovered how much I loved milk. Like, I always...
Oh, you didn't like it before college?
Like, I did, but I didn't...
I always loved milk, even when I was a kid.
Yeah, like, I'm a usually white milk guy. I love it. Great for meals. I liked it growing up, but in college, we had the cafeterias where it was all you can eat and stuff.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, they have the big milk.
Yeah, and they've got the thing, but the glasses they gave us held like 8 ounces.
Yeah. And I'd get like 6 glasses at once.
We'd get like a tray and just fill it full of milk, and then put that at the table, and then like everyone could have like 8 or 10 glasses, because we'd be drinking that much.
Alexa, stop. Sorry, that was an alarm.
It happens.
What was that alarm for? Anybody know what that alarm was for? What time is it?
It's 7:00.
Oh, I don't know what that alarm was for. All right. That was 24 minutes in, so if I need to cut that out, I'll have to remember that was 24 minutes in. All right, so Bobby, you have brought a non-chocolate milk, have you?
This is a non-chocolate milk, and I think it's more of an enhanced chocolate milk. It is Rockin' Protein Builder.
Okay.
With 30 grams of carbs, 30 grams of protein, and 8 grams of net carbs. I don't really understand that.
That's because it has fiber in it.
Oh,
yay. So if you have, how many grams of net carbs?
It is 8 grams of net carbs.
And how many carbs total?
It's 12 carbs, and so the fiber is 4. Yep, okay.
Yeah, so how many grams of fiber there are, you subtract that from how many carbs, and that's your net carbs.
Okay.
And your body's only absorbing 8 grams of carbs and not 12.
I don't think people know how efficient my body is at absorbing carbs.
It's going to take a lot more than fiber.
I'm a fighter.
Now, the greatest thing that the big protein companies have done in the history of protein companies is add chocolate to them.
Yes.
Like, that is the standard now to drink. I mean, is there a protein drink that anybody drinks that's not chocolate? I mean, people drink vanilla now.
Yeah.
But it's like chocolate. Nothing does better at masking the flavor of a protein shake than chocolate. Now, when I was doing protein shakes in sports, this was before they were popular, like before people were getting them all the time. So it was always powder,
Right?
And it was disgusting. And then they added chocolate to it, which still was better, but it never mixed. Like I could never get it to mix. But now that they have the pre-mixed protein shakes, crazy. I can't they didn't have anything like that when I was in high school and college.
Now, this one pours out a little bit thicker.
That is quite viscous. Yeah, it's quite. Yeah, that's the protein.
Yeah. If anybody looks at like wine, I know that they swirl it around the glass, and they talk about the legs. It's the streaks going down the side. This one's got legs.
Let me see that again. I'm gonna try a little more. I didn't get enough to taste it. Okay, it has that protein drink aftertaste. You know what I'm talking about?
I do, because I've been drinking a lot of protein drinks, and yes, it does.
And it smells like a protein drink. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And you probably don't smell it as much in the thing. You probably smell it more in a glass than you do in the bottle.
Yeah, the glass is a poor choice for the Rockin' Protein Builder Shake. This was in the milk aisle.
Is this what you drink?
No.
Okay, because that's terrible.
Yeah, this is not.
If that were my protein drink,
thing.
that I would be very disappointed. Like, that is not good.
Yeah, I actually like the vanilla protein drinks.
Oh, you do? Is this the first time you've had this brand?
It's the first time I've had this brand.
I'll have to. Yeah. We won't shout out the brand.
No,
That is not good.
No, it's not as bad as some protein drinks I've had. It's not my favorite, and I'm usually not a chocolate protein guy.
Oh, really? So you like the vanilla protein?
I do.
Oh, okay.
If there's chocolate, I don't mind adding it myself.
If I'm getting powder, I almost always get chocolate. I just get chocolate. I've done vanilla protein shakes because I would get bored of the chocolate, but I just prefer the chocolate still. Yeah,
what I've been doing, the vanilla protein powder, and then just a little bit of the peanut butter, the PB2 powder, and just give it a peanut butter. I like.
I've heard that's delicious. Yeah, I've heard that's delicious. I haven't tried the peanut butter yet.
Yeah.
My go-to protein shake when I would make it myself used to be chocolate protein powder, half a banana, ice, and water. And you can do it with milk, but it added calories if you did it with milk. Right. And when I did that, that was probably I should probably go back to doing protein shakes. Right now I'm just intermittent fasting. But that was my go-to. And I lost a lot of weight on that because it tasted good. I felt full afterwards because the banana just added some I don't know, something to it that made me feel satiated more than just I'd done it without the banana, and it was still tasted okay, but it wasn't as satiating. So I would get hungry later in the day.
You get that extra potassium in your system. I have no idea if that helps with hunger, but I just
it helps with your muscles though.
Yeah, it does help.
And there's fiber in the banana, and fiber helps with hunger. Fiber helps you keeps you satiated. So I liked that. I'm not working out right now, so that's why I'm not doing protein shakes. That was back when I was working out a lot. So that's why I've just been intermittent fasting. But when I start working out again, if I do protein shakes, I'll probably do that same thing again. That was my go-to.
Yeah.
That was delicious.
Yeah, I'm enjoying what I'm learning because I've had all of these things over a period of time, but now I'm changing like my eating habits and stuff like that.
Hey, Packer.
So learning all these things.
Packer, I left the almond milk on the kitchen counter. Can you go get it for me? That's my son Packer is the audience. He's been very good. He has not made any noises.
No, he might actually get credit as an engineer because that's
right.
it's a family oriented podcast. Mm-hmm. Yeah, makes sense.
All right, so I'm gonna bring my next non-chocolate milk. I love this.
Okay,
I will say I don't want to build it up too much in case you don't like it, but I love this. This is my favorite. One of my favorite non-milks is non-dairy milks.
Okay.
And it's almond milk. It's unsweetened vanilla, which is I think tastes the most like milk. Unsweetened vanilla.
Excellent.
Okay. We're gonna be mixing. Okay, so this is mixing with my favorite version of chocolate milk is Nesquik.
Okay. Excellent.
So this is not going to look appetizing because for some reason, almond milk does not mix.
Okay.
Like regular milk.
So I've had almond milk before, and I am a fan. I've also had oat milk. I don't know if you've had that. Also,
I like oat milk a lot. I like oat milk a lot. Oat milk is usually my go-to when I'm out because this is my favorite almond milk, and it doesn't always taste like this when I'm out.
Right.
But I like oat milk. It doesn't taste like milk to me though. Oat milk tastes like oat milk, like it has an oaty flavor, and I like it. And I'll substitute it for milk whenever it's available, like at a restaurant or like a cookie shop or something like that.
Right. So I've got to ask this question now because
we had a little technical difficulty. Somebody had to get kidnapped.
Go figure.
And ruin our recording. So we had an Amber Alert in the middle of our recording. So you guys didn't get to see us try some of the milk. We were about to try the almond milk.
Almond milk.
All right,
was
we're going to
good.
talk about the almond milk a little bit.
Yeah.
We're not going to try the almond milk again, but we're going to talk about it. The almond milk. What I wanted to bring up about the almond milk is that it is with the Nesquik. So we were talking about calorie amounts. Calories was important in some of this. Okay, so Nesquik per serving size. Okay, I'm trying to see how much it makes. I can't remember. It's like 50 calories to do Nesquik and almond milk because I think the almond milk might be 0 calories, the one that I got. But that's not right either.
Don't trust us for nutrition advice.
Don't trust us for nutritional advice. I think I was wrong. Okay, so it's 80 calories for the almond milk. It's more than that. It was 100 calories. That's what it was.
100
it was 80
calories.
and 100.
Okay.
Okay. If you mix this with regular milk, it's about 100 calories. If you drink this with almond milk, it's 80 calories.
Okay.
I think that's what it was. No, well, that says 150. Oh, that says low-fat milk. I do skim milk. Hey, you want to look on that skim milk and see?
Yep. So skim milk is 90 calories per cup.
Okay, so 90 plus 50?
140.
140. Okay, so it's 140 and 80. That was the difference. Okay. So one thing I wanted to point out was that it is 80 calories to drink a cup of almond milk with Nesquik. So chocolate almond milk is 80 calories a cup, which I think is great.
Yeah.
Almond milk is probably my favorite way to drink a treat and not feel that guilty about it. I loved the flavor of it. It almost tastes like a chocolate-covered almond. Did you get that from it?
I did. There's that subtle little almond flavor kind of in the back end.
Yes, I liked it a lot. I love it. Almond milk and oat milk are probably tied for my favorite fake milks.
Right.
Almond milk tastes more like milk. Oat milk tastes less like milk to me. Do you think oat milk tastes less like milk?
I usually have had them on cereal, so
Well, with cereal, cereal,
it's
you're not
to
gonna
tell.
notice a big difference.
I tend to like oat milk more because it's a little bit thicker.
So when I was maybe 19 or 20, I got like a parasite or something, and I got real sick, like to my stomach, and I went to the doctor, and he's like, okay, you got to do this, and you got to do this, and like I was lactose intolerant for like 6 months or something like that. Ooh. Like I couldn't drink milk. I got over it, and then I was fine after I got better, but like I couldn't drink milk for like 6 months, so I started drinking soy milk. Terrible. Back then, this was 20 years ago.
Right. Yep.
Soy milk, that was it. That was the only option for non-dairy milk. You had soy milk or vanilla soy milk. Those were your choices. The vanilla soy milk was better, and it wasn't so bad if I ate it with like a nutty cereal, because then it kind of tasted like a nutty treat.
Right.
But drinking soy milk on its own was terrible. It tasted bad. And I don't know if they've improved soy milk since then. Or is it still just as bad?
I wouldn't bet on it. It's been.
I mean, they wouldn't have bothered with almond milk if they had perfected soy milk, right?
Right. Yeah.
But now that they've got almond milk and oat milk, it's great. Like they're great flavors. I would drink almond milk. If somebody told me today you can never drink dairy milk again, you have to drink almond milk, I'd be fine with that. The only drawback to drinking almond milk is it's more expensive.
Right. Yeah.
To me, that's the only drawback.
Yeah, I could live without. I like milk a lot. I could live without it. I don't think I could live without cheese, but
yeah, that's true. I don't think I could. But there are cheeses you can eat even if you're lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
There's cheeses that don't have the. There's a way they process them that they don't have the enzyme that makes you sick.
I will.
So you could probably still do some cheeses.
Looking at that, yeah, I'm trying to cut back on some things, but I'm like, cheese. It's gonna stay.
Yeah, cheese is pretty good.
Yeah, cheese is
pretty good.
Fantastic.
Cheese is real good. See, my wife doesn't get sick from cheese.
Okay.
She gets sick from milk though. Yeah. Like when she drinks milk or puts creamer in her sodas, which is the thing that people do.
Yeah,
it's called a dirty soda. You ever had one of those? We should have done a dirty soda for chocolate milk day and see what that tasted like. I don't even want to though.
No,
she does it. She loves it. She puts creamer in her.
Ugh. I've known about things like that since Laverne and Shirley.
Yes.
Because Laverne used to pour milk and Pepsi.
Milk and Pepsi. I forgot. Yeah, so that's old. That's been around forever. Milk and Pepsi.
It's been around. It's coming back, kind of like the names that people are using, like Ethel and Mabel, and those names are coming back in style. I guess mixing soda and milk is coming back.
So we didn't do that on camera, right?
No, we did not.
So we did almond milk and then this and then this. Is that what we did?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is the Publix chocolate milk. So this is Publix chocolate milk. We're going to do if you notice, Publix chocolate milk, a little bit more viscosity on this. And that was something you commented about the almond milk, was that it was a little more liquidy.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It was.
I actually don't mind that, though. I don't mind that it's not as thick. I don't know.
It doesn't bother me because I've been drinking a lot of skim milk. So it's very on par with that. Almond milk is kind of like in between Yoo-hoo and milk.
You know, I like this a lot. I think when we did the taste test off camera, I was saying, like, I think I still like the almond one better, but actually this is good. Like, it's good. And it tastes like childhood is what I was saying earlier. You said you were talking about how you preferred white milk when you were a kid.
Right, yeah, I still drank chocolate.
Do. Yeah, I think I did too. You know, now that we talked about it, like I'm sure, like when I was drinking milk at lunch, like I'm not drinking a chocolate milk with a pizza.
Right.
You know, but yeah, chocolate milk is a treat though.
Yes.
But that's pretty good.
And it's good.
It's the right amount. You know what? It's funny. We went back and we just did the super chocolatey milk and went back to this one. Hand me the super chocolatey milk again. So this is Promised Land Dairy Midnight Chocolate.
Midnight Chocolate.
Now we were talking about the calorie count. So we got 80 calories for almond milk. Oh, how many calories in the protein shake?
190 in the
190.
protein shake.
Well, was it 190
per bottle?
Per bottle,
per
so
bottle.
it's 85.
So, yeah, it'd be 95.
90. It was 95 for one cup.
Yeah, so
95 for one cup.
Yeah.
Okay, 95 for one cup of there. So we're talking 95 to 80. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty healthy, actually.
Yeah.
It is disgusting though.
It's disgusting.
It is not worth it to me. Not if we're drinking it at chocolate milk. It's not a good chocolate milk.
No, if you need protein, that's the choice. But if you're looking for
I don't even know if I'd drink that if I needed protein. I'd probably drink a different protein shake that I liked better.
Yeah,
I don't think I like that shake. I don't know. Is it the protein that makes it taste bad?
No, I just don't think it was a great
I did not like it. Like, it had such a bad aftertaste. Are you going to drink a little more?
Yeah, I'm going to have a little bit more.
Okay, so the Publix chocolate milk. I'm actually glad we did this one and then went back to the Publix. Let me taste this again. This is by far the thickest. It is a melted chocolate ice cream is what it is.
Yes, this is a milkshake that was just outside for an extra minute or two.
This tastes like I just bought a box of Russell Stovers, and this is what I'm eating, a box of Russell Stovers right now.
Yes,
which is actually good. Like, I like that, but if I'm choosing chocolate milks, I'm probably not choosing this one because it's too much. And it is, what did we already say the calorie count? 250.
250
so,
a cup.
A cup. So that's 250 a cup. 200 a cup? Is that what
yes.
it was? 250 a cup to 200 a cup. I'm choosing the Publix chocolate milk, actually. The mixture and the ratio, amazing. That's but so far, when we're talking chocolate milk,
and economically,
yeah,
it's a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, how much was this?
I think it was like $4 to $6 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can't go wrong.
I mean, this is a punch in the mouth of chocolate.
Yeah.
I mean, it is actually. It's quite amazing how much chocolate flavor is in it. They did something interesting with that. Like, I've never had a drink have that much chocolate in it.
It is richer and creamier.
So if you want something very rich and creamy, Promised Land Dairy Midnight Chocolate is your drink. Yeah. But I don't think I'm choosing this over this.
Yeah.
If I'm at like a French restaurant and they're giving me like chocolate, they're saying we have something called chocolate soup. That's what I'm picturing, right? Yeah. Like, we have a dessert, chocolate soup. You put a little cookie in it. I might try
that. If I'm sitting at a restaurant and they're like, "Here's your chocolate milk," I don't know why I would have chocolate milk at a restaurant, and they gave me this, I'd be like, "This is good."
I'm not complaining about it.
Thank you. If they gave me this, I would think about, hey, maybe a second glass.
Yeah, this is good chocolate milk.
Yeah.
If I'm going to the fridge saying, okay, my treat today is a glass of chocolate milk, I'd choose that over this, I think. So, I still say that almond milk, though. I really liked the almond milk, though. I don't know how your opinion is over this one. I would say these are neck and neck. The almond milk and the Publix chocolate milk.
I hate to do it this way. I've got to say this as an adult. I would choose the almond and almond milk with the Nesquik because it's really good and it's fewer calories. Yeah,
there's so much less calories. It's less than half the calories for the same amount of drink. It is a different flavor though.
Yes.
So it has a different flavor profile. In my opinion, it is just as good as this flavor profile, but it is different.
True.
So if you specifically want the flavor of Publix chocolate milk, you can't recreate that. You're going to have to get Publix chocolate milk.
Right.
You're not gonna find that in almond milk. But that I will choose the almond chocolate milk over this just for the health benefits of it. Of drinking, it's only 80 calories instead of 200.
I would as well. The taste is there. It's good. So, National Chocolate Milk Day, we're choosing non-dairy product.
We haven't gone to the final milk yet.
We haven't gone to the final milk
This is
yet.
my final submission for milk.
Okay.
So hand me the gallon.
All right.
Okay. This is my preferred milk is skim milk.
Skim milk.
This is controversial. A lot of people don't like skim milk.
I like skim milk.
It is my preferred milk. I prefer it over 2%. I prefer it over whole milk. Some people say I won't even. Some people won't even drink 2%. They only want whole milk. I prefer skim milk. I'll let you pour however much you want.
I like them all. My preference is probably 2% because I was raised with it, but I like skim milk a lot.
I'll tell you why I like skim milk. I feel refreshed after drinking it. My palate feels refreshed after drinking it. When I drink whole or 2% milk, there's always that little bit of like residue of the fat content, I think, right. And I don't feel refreshed after drinking it.
Okay.
But when I drink skim milk, I feel hydrated. I feel like it quenches my thirst. But when I drink 2% milk, it doesn't quench my thirst. Okay. That's my opinion about milk. But I was raised on skim milk, too. I think milk is hugely dependent on what you were raised on.
Absolutely.
So yes. I'm going to... I thought this was the best combination, was the Nesquik and the skim milk. So going into the podcast, this would be, if you were to say, name your favorite chocolate milk, this is what I would name. Pre-podcast, all the things we've, pre-tasting all the other chocolate milks.
And we're getting the stirring sound.
Yeah.
This is
doing a little Foley work.
Ooh.
Some chocolate milk ASMR. All right. So now it's skim milk, so it's a little liquidier than our Publix chocolate milk.
Still has some legs.
Still has some legs. I would say probably about the same as the almond, right?
Yep.
That's still my favorite. In my opinion, that's still my favorite.
It's quite good. I'm going Publix.
You're going Publix chocolate milk?
Or if we're going Nesquik, I would actually go almond milk over the skim milk with this one.
Really?
Yes.
You preferred the almond milk over the skim milk?
I do. I think it's a great flavor.
This is still my favorite chocolate milk.
There's nothing wrong with this chocolate milk.
But like, if I'm thinking chocolate milk, this is what I'm thinking of. Now, the almond milk, I would be absolutely fine drinking that the rest of my life and not batting an eye a bit. Yep. Like, that was good milk. And like I said, the only drawback to almond milk is it's more expensive than dairy milk.
Yeah.
That's the only drawback, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not bad. Well, I also like manhandling cows, but that's
I prefer the Nesquik mix. Like I said, you can kind of decide how much chocolate you want a little bit. Now, that's going to affect your calorie count a little bit, but it's marginal, But, you like the thick stuff, huh? You like the thicker...
I do, depending on what I'm doing. If it's just the drink, I'm okay with it being really thick. If I'm having it with something else, I want it to be thinner.
See, yeah, that's true. I see what you're saying there. I think I prefer the thinner across the board.
Okay.
Like, when I drink the Publix chocolate milk, it's good. The flavor profile on the Publix chocolate milk is very good. But I think I like the thinner milk better than the thicker milk, in my opinion. I just feel like I can chug it more. I don't know. Like, I like it more. Yeah. And I like the Nesquik flavor. Now, I didn't bring a pre-mixed Nesquik. I don't know if you've had one of those. Like
I have, and they are not good.
They are not. Yeah, I was about to say that. I don't know. There must be some sort of preservative they put in the pre-mixed. It does not taste like this.
No, it does not.
It also, the syrup does not taste as good either, in my opinion.
True.
I've done the syrup and the chocolate milk. Now, it mixes a little better because it's not granular. But in my opinion, the powder tastes better, and you get more for your money with the powder. Usually, you get a bigger, more servings with the powder.
I've got to ask this question because I don't think it's technically chocolate milk, but it's in the conversation now. What about Ovaltine?
I hate Ovaltine. It's disgusting. Have you ever had it?
I have.
I hate it. I hate Ovaltine so much, and I know it's. People might tell you it's the same as Yoo-Hoo. They're like, well, it's just the same as Yoo-Hoo, which it kind of is, but I hate it. Are you supposed to put it in milk or water?
You're supposed to put it in milk.
Okay, I think I've had it in water.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have tried Ovaltine.
I mean,
Now, I will say this. I have not had Ovaltine in maybe 30 years.
I've had it in the last 10 years. I used to get it specifically for Christmas.
Packer, go get a clean cup and come here. Okay. All right, I'm going to get my 6-year-old. We're going to ask his opinion on these chocolate milks. I have not had Ovaltine probably in 30 years.
I used to buy some for Christmas every year because we'd watch the Christmas story.
Yes, the Christmas story. I was about to say yeah.
And I'd enjoy it. I would wake up early and watch it. And I'm talking about as an adult. I would wake up before the kids and drink a straw.
Go get a straw.
And it's not. There's a chocolate-ishness about it, but I don't know if it's actually chocolate.
Yes, right. I don't know that it is chocolate.
And I wasn't even thinking about it until we started mixing stuff up.
Come behind me. Come behind me and then stand here. All right, this is our guest today. This is Packer Amatangelo. All right, Packer, I want you to try this chocolate milk and tell me what you think. What do you think? Do you like it? What do you think of the taste?
It's like really chocolatey and stuff.
It's really chocolatey?
It's just
all right.
The taste is
good. I poured too much in there, I think. Okay. I'm going to have you taste another one.
Okay.
So much chocolate milk.
Yeah. This is a lot of chocolate milk. All right. Now I'm going to have you taste Publix brand chocolate milk. Okay. Now taste this one for me and tell me what you think. Which one's better? The last one or this one?
The first one.
The first one's better? More chocolate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one has less chocolate. I can taste a little bit of water.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
You know what's funny is I had the opposite reaction after tasting the Publix after the rich chocolate milk. I liked it more.
Right.
Because I thought it had a better flavor profile. Okay, hand me a milk. All right, now we're going to try milk with Nesquik. I haven't put the Nesquik in it yet. I only poured a little bit, so kind of eyeballing it.
And we're using exact measurements. So we got the calorie counts down. Or
all right. Taste that.
We're just making sure it's good.
Which one do you like better? Is this better than the last one, or
it's like in the middle?
It's in the middle. So you like this better than the last one you tasted, but not as good as the first one. Okay, you still like that first one the best. Okay. Here, drink a little more. Still agree?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, last one. Now somebody's got to drink that suicide at the end.
Yeah. Let's get some of this in there.
Oh yeah. Let's try that. Actually, yeah. Let's have Packer try that.
Oh yeah.
See.
You want to try
what
it?
you think?
You can just drink it out of the bottle if you want to.
Well, I'm afraid he's gonna spill it. All right. Drink this.
That's better than the first one.
You like this one better?
It has so much chocolate.
No, it is a lot of chocolate.
Oh my.
So you like that one? You like this one the best?
Yes.
All right. I didn't expect that.
You want to be healthy.
Yeah. All right. Now we'll try the almond milk. Daniel likes almond milk.
Daniel, well, almond milk is great. I agree with Daniel.
Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to try. This is almond milk with Nesquik. Oh, dang it. That's a lot of chocolate I spilled.
Powder right there.
That's why I used the old tablecloth. Now, I will say this requires more mixing.
Yes.
Like you have to stir it a lot more to get the consistency right. Here, taste this. What do you think?
It has like way more less chocolate.
Not quite as chocolatey? Yeah. But what do you think? Do you like it better, worse?
I mean, it's kind of worse than...
But do you still like it? Would you drink this? Okay.
Yeah.
You still drink it?
Yeah. Someone has to drink all of it.
Okay, now Daniel, you're going to try the mixture.
What?
Come here.
No.
Okay.
Can I try
Yeah,
some?
Packer, you try it. This is them all mixed together.
That's actually pretty good.
All right, so your opinion, hand me the protein shake. So your opinion is this protein shake is the best one.
Yes.
Really? Because this is the one we liked the least. we didn't like this one, me and Bobby.
No, that was pretty bad in my opinion.
We hated this one.
I
and you
guess
liked
I'm the only one who loves it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna leave that here for you.
Yeah, you can have that if you want.
Okay.
You like Yoo-Hoo, though. You love Yoo-Hoo. Do you think you like Yoo-Hoo better than the chocolate milk, or do you think you like chocolate milk better?
I like this better than you.
You like this better than Yoo-Hoo?
Well, the you like kind of have like a little.
Yeah, I know.
bit.
It's kind of fake tasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, there we have it.
Yeah.
The 6-year-old likes this the best. I'm going to say my favorite. It is very close between, I would say, overall pick. Like, if I'm, like, you have to pick one chocolate milk to drink the rest of your life, I'm picking the almond. Almond and chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Because of the health benefits of it. And that it still tastes very good. I like it a lot.
I'm gonna agree with you there. If I had to choose one, this one I'd choose.
You're choosing one to drink the
Yep.
rest of your life. I'm picking the almond milk. Now,
Yeah.
my favorite overall, though, like best chocolate milk flavor, probably the skim milk with the Nesquik for me. For you, it's the Publix?
For
Yeah.
me, Publix one. Yep.
Yeah. So my vote overall is the almond milk, which is funny because it's not even chocolate milk at this point. I mean, it is. It's almond milk.
Yeah.
But the winner of Chocolate Milk Day is the almond milk is kind of funny.
Yes. Yeah.
Sorry, dairy companies.
Yes,
Sorry to the dairy farm industry.
And congratulations to the almond, farm industry.
Yeah.
The overpowering almond.
Let's give them a medal.
Well, should we send them a medal?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll be awarding a medal to the almond industry for winning the Bobby and Joey award of winning.
Yes.
I like it because there's some water.
You want to taste some?
Yeah.
All right. We'll taste some off. I'll give you some in a little bit off the air.
Well,
We gotta wrap it up. All right. Well, there you have it. My number one pick: almond milk with
my
Nesquik.
number one pick, this.
Packers' number one pick: this. Bobby's number one pick.
I'm gonna say Publix to be different, but if I had to choose just one for the rest of my life, I'd go with the health benefit one.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
That was really good.
All good. So, what is the future day gonna be? Well, we'll find out when we record and find out what day that is.
Join us next time on what's the name of this podcast?
Today
is with Bobby and Joey. We're
Joey
gonna,
and Bobby.
Oh, what did I say? Joey and Bobby.
Yeah.
Oh, I put my name first. Today is National Chocolate Milk Day with Joey and Bobby. Bobby, where are you going to be Friday or later?
Friday, I am going to be at First Coast Comedy, Dubious
nice.
Advice Show. I'll be there again in a couple.
In Mayport? Is that where it is?
In Mayport,
Yeah.
yep. And again in a couple weeks for a First Coast Comedy Festival.
When's that?
I believe it's October 9th or 10th.
Saturday, I'm going to be in Yulee at Disco Witch. Saturday the
I
28th.
tell everyone my birthday.
Okay. When's your birthday?
October 15th.
That's where Packer's going to be October 15th. He's going to have his birthday.
I'm
He's
going
going
to
to turn
7
7.
years old.
So I will be at Disco Witch on Saturday the 28th, and then the next show I have is Sereth Fest in Daytona Beach, October 4th. Check out my website, for deets and dates. JoeyNickel.com. Do you have a website?
I do. BobbyParkerComedy.com.
BobbyParkerComedy.com. BobbyParkerComedy.com. That's hard to say out loud.
It is.
BobbyParkerComedy.com. JoeyNickel.com. Check us out. And like and subscribe if that's what happens with this.
Yes, please do. It will be the today's podcast.
All right. Thank you guys so much.